Here with Jim Akowitz, manager of BMC and Oach. You pretty much brought George Hincapie into the cycling world, and now George kind of coming full circle, finishing his career with you. Can you tell me, like, what stands out from George's career?
Everything. I mean, he's done everything, obviously, since his first season as a pro in 1994. When you were on the team with Motorola, Paris-Roubaix, got his feet wet, just figured out a kid from Long Island could ride on bricks, and loved it. So he's built a great career around that, around Tour de France, obviously, where he also found a niche that he could figure out. He's not the best climber in the world, but somehow he gets over the biggest passes and always knows exactly what to do. So I think it's been a great learning experience for me to work with somebody like George, because as a sport director or as a manager, you look at things from a different perspective than a rider, and it's always important to have one person that's a rider in the team that you can come to and consult with on strategies and things. And George is that person. He's been that way with all the teams he's been on over the years, and for us now with BMC, it's we're going to miss him a lot, because we need that consultation during the races, and the confidence that he gives to the other riders is incredible.
I think two things. One, we always called him Captain America for all the best reasons. He's such a good teammate, such a dedicated worker, and such a kind of positive force in the team. In addition to all the great talent, I think the real moment that illustrated that the best was finishing the Champs-Élysées in 2009. George rode the last couple stages with a broken collarbone, refused any kind of treatment, wasn't going to leave the race because he wanted to help pull off a big victory there. And he personally, shut down the attacks in the last kilometer, got him right to the final corner, and Cavendish and Renshaw had probably one of the biggest victories of their career. And that, selfless teammate, great guy, hard to imagine him not in the peloton.
I've raced with George. I mean, I've got a picture, it's still at my house, of George and myself on the podium at national championships in 1998. And, I'm about 83 pounds, and George has an afro that weighed about 93 pounds. I think, George never lost the passion for riding. A lot of us, you're riding, 20,000 miles a year. It gets tiring, mentally. The races get harder and harder. You're afraid to take risks around corners and whatever else. With George, I mean, he just never lost the passion. He always loved the training. He was always, strong enough to be at the front of the race. I mean, he just, no matter what his role was, like back in the day when he was trying to win Paris-Roubaix, or in more recent years where he's just been the super domestique, he always had a passion. And a lot of us, after 10 years in the pro ranks, you're just cooked.
His passion for the sport of cycling has been a motivator and a driver to his success in his career. I mean, he's just, he loves pedaling and at a very high rate, and has been greatly successful with that.
Well, I think he's always been very easy to relate to. I think people respect and can see his work ethic and kind of his loyalty to the cause, and his very, very professional approach to racing. And he'll be missed for the longevity, and what he did over the years is amazing, and the sacrifice he made as well, because he's a huge talent, and really committed himself to winning team events.
Well, he was a mentor for Christian for a long time, and that's why we've been very, very close for a long, long time. But what a class guy! That's all I can say. He's just been a class guy, and this sport needs more people like him. And I'm really, really sorry that he's retiring, but God bless him.
I think for the other riders in the peloton, he's somebody that they trust too, not just on our team, but other teams, because first of all, he's an experienced athlete, and he's not going to screw you up if you're on his wheel, and he's got those qualities that very few people acquire over years of being professional athletes. He's a leader.